Deep in the cave, where people of Timberhome believe to be a goblin nest, deep inside its maze-like cave, in one of the cavernous rooms, there can be heard many sounds. Goblins shrieking, wolves howling, humans shouting, and metal hitting each other. Yes, the battle has just commenced. Kulo naman everybody, balik maning karon yung SamAkechi daong Jowo, your solitary dice roller in Cairn. A little bit of recap. In the last episode, Sibyl spent her gold to rejoin the party when they finished escort the women that they saved out of the cave, and they continues their exploration into something similar to treasure room and found some evidence of the involvement of a thief gang that already disbanded, which is Ravenblade. We in the GM perspective has established that this is the leader of Ravenblade member, or the leader of Ravenblade that hold a grudge with the Lord, the Baronet of Cromwell, for pulverizing the gang, and somehow he managed to control the inhabitants of these caves, which mean the goblins, into his bidding. And after they found this evidence, when they exit the room, they are surrounded by 6 enemies. And now you've noticed that I already prepared a map to represent the general location of each players and NPCs, and this is for me is to keep track on the battle better than just doing theater of the mind, and we'll see if this will be better than just using theater of the mind like always. And also, if we manage to finish this battle in time, I also will try to use One Page Solo Engine, not as an app but as it is. So I will manually roll the dice or draw the cards to advance the story, but this will be used after the battle. We have a battle to fight. So this is the approximate position of them. Each square is 5 feet, and in the last episode we already established that Borot is the only one failing the initiative check, so he will act after the enemy in the first round. The next round will be player, enemy, but only for this round, Borot will act after the enemy. So, without further ado, let the battle commence. So for this tree, I think Yislan will start with shouting, "Guys, I will cast some spells! Protect me!" And she will drop her fizzle staff, and she will take out her Anchor spellbook and start chanting, reading the content of the spellbook, chanting the spell Anchor. A strong wire sprout from your arms, affixing itself to 2 points within 50 each on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 5, 35 feet. This is a pretty small room, so I will say that she will cast the wire around here. But before that, she will need to roll for her will, because this is a dangerous situation. That's why she will need to roll her will 12 or less. 13! I think that means what? Her failure means that she cannot concentrate, and instead she will cast the Anchor over here, which will hit both Greenwit and Sibyl for a d4 damage. So Sibyl will hit by 4. Oh my god, already 4. And Greenwit will suffer. What? Ah! Yeah! What are you doing, you lass? I'm sorry. It's a dark to read. and she immediately canceled the spell, so the anchor will disappear. But Greenwit and Sibyl will decided that they will stay there. Let's just stay here. We are outnumbered. I will shoot first, said Sibyl while she readies her newly acquired crossbow and aim for one of the wolves. She will roll a d8. 4. Not bad. Wolf A will suffer 4 damage to each HP, left with 2, and Greenwit will ready himself and stay here. Meanwhile, these two wolves will rush towards Greenwit and attack, while these two goblins will move and will throw their sling towards Sibyl. And the other two goblins, because they don't have any range of vision, will just stay and be ready for combat. So wolf bite is d8. So we will roll 2 d8 to determine how many damage that Greenwit will take. 7! Reduced by armor 4. And yeah, both wolf bites Greenwit in part of the body that not covered by armor. You damn dogs! And he will scream in pain while he tried to use his sword to fend off the other wolf so he cannot bite. And then we will move to the two goblins who throw their slingshot onto Sibyl. 4, both of them. Oh no. She will take 4 damage, which means she got 0 HP and she got 3 damage to her strength. One of the stones hit her in the head and she will stagger and will have to do strength save to prevent critical damage. Her strength is 5. So 5 or less. 1. She will survive. Not today, Mengimot. Not today. And at this time, Borod finally managed to draw his sword and he will move past Island to strike at this wolf with his sword. Strike with swords. 4 damage. Not bad. Onto the second wolf. But it won't make the wolf fall down though. So in this next turn, Greenwit will stand and try to fend off the wolf that bite him. The first wolf. Meanwhile, Yisun will throw her spellbook away and pick up the fizzled staff and will hit the wolf together with Borod. And Sibyl will shoot point blank at the wolves. So we will resolve Greenwit and Sibyl first. So 2 d8. Come on, let's kill all this Mengimot. 6. Okay, so Goblin A will receive 6 damage, 0 HP, and it will down to 8 strength. And then this wolf will have to do strength save. And critical! This wolf will fall down in critical damage. I will remove from play to indicate that it's on critical. And both Borod and Island will attack these other wolves with swords and staff, which will deal d10 damage. 2! Just 2 damage, which will reduce the wolf HP to 0. And on 0, the wolf have to succeed will save. 15! Seeing that the wolf is already wounded, badly wounded, the goblin that was riding this wolf will run away. So here how it goes. Greenwit managed to free himself from the wolf by stabbing the wolf in his head and Sybil shot her crossbow point blank into the goblins that ride the wolf. Meanwhile, Borot and Gislen managed to wound the wolf, and the wolf will fall down. The goblin that rides him, seeing that it's already fall down, will run away. And this 4 goblin also needs to do a will save. So some groups may use their leader's will in place of their own. I think because there's no leader in this group, I will just roll for d20 to see if any of the goblin will run away. Okay, so there's only one die that is lower than 8. The other is higher than 8. So all 3 of them, seeing that their comrades have fallen, will run away and leave one of these goblin alone. But if we check with the goblin description, goblin will avoid combat, only attacking when in advantage, using hit and run tactics. Seeing that he is already outnumbered, he will also run away. And the battle is over. Gislen will immediately apologize. I am sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I am sorry. It was an accident. I swear it was an accident. And this time I will ask the oracle a question. So I will roll 2d6. I think the odds are likely. So blue is first die, purple is the second. So the answer is yes. So what happened is, in one of the corner there are someone that click his tongue and then turn away. So I will ask another question. Does any of these 4 manage to notice this person presence? I will roll one by one for everyone. Will save. So Greenwit, notice him. It's enough. It's enough that Greenwit is the only one who noticed. Greenwit will notice that there's someone who turns and go to the north. Meanwhile, Gislen's still apologizing to Sybil, and Sybil will say, "It's okay, young lady." And she will I will mark another fatigue for Gislen for using the spell. And everyone will sit down on this room and take a rest. I will say that nobody interrupts them while they're resting and drinking from their water skin. Greenwit will tell them what he saw. I saw a man. That man looks like he controlling all of these goblins. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. He clicked his tongue before he left. Yeah, well, those goblins are cowards and he is stupid enough to use goblins as a fodder. Yeah, but that means it's confirmed that what that girl said is true. Someone pulling the strings. And it might be the guy from Ravenclaw. Greenwit said while showing the Ravenclaw insignia he found in the treasure room. So, what are we gonna do now? We'll chase him. After we finish resting, we'll continue our exploration. We'll need to find that girl, bring her home to her father. After spending some time drinking water and recovering themselves, they will continue to the room in the north. And this time I will ask the oracle if there's any encounter or not. Instead of rolling on the dungeon, I will roll on the oracles. I think it's unlike... Wait, no. Now that the perpetrator is already found, I think he will try to send more enemies to hinder them. So I think it's likely there are encounter, like opposition, in the next room. 5 and 2. Yes, there is an encounter. So what is the encounter? Oh, I know. The encounter is the 2 goblins from before hiding themselves from Sybil and the party, and we will ask if they will attack the party or not. They are outnumbered, so I will say unlikely. Yes on 5+. Yes! Reckless. So the formation will stay as before. Greenwit will be in the front holding torch, with Borot behind him with shield. Sybil will stand behind Borot with her crossbow, and Yislin will bring up the rear to defend behind. And once the party enter this room, both goblin will throw some rock with the sling towards Greenwit, and I will make Greenwit do a dexterity save if he can dodge or parry the stones. How many dex Greenwit has? 12. Okay. No, he didn't predict the attack. He cannot predict the attack, so I will roll 2d4 to determine how many damage he will suffer. 3 damage. But because his armor is also 3, I'll say that the stone just hit his armor, pang, without any damage, just making a small dent. Enemies! And Greenwood will alert the party to be ready. But then they saw the goblins ran away. One of them ran to the well room, one of them to the new room. So I think the party will go right to the unexplored room, and yeah, we will roll on encounter. So location, encounter, object, and total exit. So location, encounter, object, and total exit. Okay, location, living area or meeting place. Encounter, a unique NPC or adversary. Object, 4, a useful tool, key, or device. And the room have 2 additional exits. Unique NPC or adversaries. I will need to ask. This NPC, is it enemy, adversary, or not? So I think it's 50-50. If it's yes, then it's a unique NPC. I think I will not use the other die. So on 4+, it's unique NPC. No, it's not unique NPC. That means it's adversaries. They saw the goblin runs into this room. They hear from afar a sound of goblin shrieks and blood spilled. So Greenwood immediately turned off, hide his torch, hide the light of his torch, and they will move stealthily towards the room. And in this room, they saw that man with the black robe and hood pull his sword from the goblin's body, and they saw that this man are holding a woman still dressed in her armor. He hold her up on his shoulder while cursing because there's an adventurous here, like, damn, they found me, these goblins are useless, blah, 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 or something like that, while walking to the north. Do you think that's our target? Yeah, could be. And Borat will ask Sybil, but both of you have seen the adventurer, right? Yeah, we seen her. Yeah, that's most probably her. So, what do we do? Islan will ask. Of course, there's only one thing we should do. we will follow him. And they will go and follow this man to the north. But that is where I will end this session. Thank you so much everyone for watching until this point. So we will continue to check what happened and what the party will find, or will they manage to save the Lord's daughter in the next episode of CAIRN. So stay tuned for the next solitary dice roll. Puntan!